Oh my God, girl, do you not deserve it? Do you you're like taunting yourself every single year saying you're gonna change, you're gonna change, you're gonna change, and you never do, and it's honestly tired. Like, it's honestly getting boring. Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Thank you guys for watching the last couple videos. Today I'm going to be counting my macros. I'm honestly just going to dive right into it. I want to show you guys, because I have to start meal prepping soon anyway, so I want to show you guys exactly how I'm counting my calories and tracking my protein and tracking my numbers. I genuinely feel like if you don't check your numbers, it's just going to be harder to reach the goal that you want to get to. But if you know exactly what you're intaking and if you're on top of it, then it'll just happen faster for you. So like, fingers crossed, that's what happens for me, for you, for us. Let's do it, okay? So I'm going to show you on my screen. I'm literally going to do this live. I kind of wrote down a little bit of numbers so far, but I have my notepad and my pen. So let's see. So we're going to go to tdeecalculator.net. We're going to put in all of our information. And I feel like it's really important. So I do it in two ways. Like, I always try to trick myself in my head, but when it comes to activity, I always put where I am now and where I plan to be while I'm implementing this diet, just to see the differences, just to see what I can get away with and what I can't get away with genuinely. But our whole goal for while we're dieting is to be eating whole foods, not to be eating out, not to be eating fried, not to be eating frozen. We're just going to be cooking our food, eating our food, and calling it a day. We are here to sustain our bodies. For now, we're just surviving. Like, we're just surviving. I don't care. I have my rice, I have my vegetables. It's not even bad, bro. Like, anyway, I'll show you. We'll get to the kitchen eventually. But that's how I do it. So the first time, I'm going to go ahead and put where I'm at right now. I only do light exercise. It's honestly mentally so hard for me to get to the gym. But I'm fighting that. I'm fighting that, and we won't talk about it. We'll talk about it a different time. Anyway, so you're going to go ahead and click calculate, right? So then your maintenance calories comes out to 1,930 calories. That means that with your metabolic rate, you are burning that many calories a day. Your ideal weight is supposed to be this and this and this. Don't listen to stuff like that. Don't let people tell you about yourself. Don't let people tell you about yourself. You weigh what you weigh until you're happy and healthy and you genuinely feel happy and healthy, and that's what matters. Anyway, BMI, I don't give a fuck. Okay, so we get down to the bottom, and then you get to pick whether you're maintaining, that's usually when you're recomping your body, or just trying to stay where you're at, right? Or you're cutting. Oh, maintaining your body or recomping your body. That's what I meant to say for maintenance calories. Cutting is if we're trying to lose, if we're shredding. Bulking is if you're trying to gain. Boom, right? So if you're cutting, you're going to be in a 500 calorie deficit. It goes ahead to tell you in a little paragraph right underneath the tab. And then you go to bulking, it tells you you're in a 500 calorie surplus. So it tells you you should be intaking so and so and so and so and so, right? Boom. So my goal, just to make it easy for myself, I'm going to make it so easy for myself so I don't have any excuses. I like ground turkey. I like rice. I like vegetables, breakfast, lunch, dinner. My first meal of the day isn't until honestly like 12, 1, 2 anyway. So I don't need breakfast items. I don't need breakfast items. And even if I do, I have something for that. So I'll tell you that right now. My goal is to eat, so one serving size of ground turkey would be 4 ounces, 160 calories, 22 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fat. So with that, me and my fiance, we're gonna be eating 6 ounces of ground turkey just to up the protein a little bit in each of our meals. We were actually going to do the 4 ounces and eat it 5 times a day, but me, with my intermittent fasting, since I have such a short window, I feel like just upping the protein would make my life so much easier and so much less stressful. So not cramming food at the end of every day, or like getting it from a non-natural source, because again, I want my protein to be mainly derived from whole foods. So yeah, anyway, so if we up it to 6 ounces, all I did for that was divide the original serving size amount by 2, because we're dividing it in half because we're only adding 2 more ounces to the original 4 ounces. So we divide it by 2, and then those answers we added to the original number. So for my 6 ounces, I got 240 calories, 33 grams of protein, and 14 grams of fat. I always round up just because I never want to shoot low and disappoint. I'd rather just like overshoot and like stay within the perfect range. So yeah, it actually comes out to like 13.5 or something or another for fat on that, right? So stop saying so, bitch. Use a different word. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I actually don't have the vegetable count, but realistically it doesn't add much of anything onto that. Vegetables are something that you can eat in high volume. You can never overeat vegetables. You can never overeat fruit. You just have to be cautious of the carbs and sugars in fruit, but vegetables are usually super safe. So we're just gonna, we're gonna stay within a certain band, you know. We're gonna give ourselves a bubble for that, because I genuinely do not want to get up right now. Anyway, so next we're going to get all of those numbers. Once we get all of those numbers, I came up with, oh, the rice. Did I tell you the rice? I didn't tell you the rice. So the rice, when you measure it, the serving size, it's 1/4 cup dry. We're only going to take half of that. My man is going to be eating the full serving size, but I am only going to be having half of that serving size. So I went ahead, divided all of the numbers in half, and those were my numbers, and I have his numbers separately. So for me, the calorie count would be 80 calories. It would be 1/8 a cup. But honestly, you know how rice is. It's dry too, like the serving size. So like, you know how rice is, it swells. And it's gonna be my base, and I'm gonna have my veggies. It's gonna be like a stir fry. It's gonna be so good. Haters are gonna hate. Anyway, 80 calories, 1 gram of protein, 18 grams of carbs. So we're gonna go ahead and multiply that by 3, because I want 3 of those meals in the day. Once you come up with that, you can go ahead and start adding in the calories from anything else you plan on eating for the day. So for me, I have my protein shake. I have 160 calories, 30 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat. And then I also have the yogurt that I love, the high protein yogurt, which is 140 calories, 20 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbs, 3.5 grams of fat, but you know, we're gonna round that up. So once you add all of that together, it comes out to 1,260 calories, 156 grams of protein, 66 grams of carbs, and 69 grams of fat. And then once you have all those numbers, right, you're gonna go ahead and open your phone again, look back at your TDEE calculator numbers. Let me just go, I clicked on an app, okay. And let me go based on, are we within the calories? We go ahead and check that. So my maintenance calories are 1,930 minus 500 to be in a deficit would be 1,430. I am currently at 1,260 calories, which is well below the deficit, which is good, because I also want to add a little bit of space for the vegetables, and I'm also going to add maybe some granola if I can afford it calorically into the mix. So we have a little bit of room there by like 200 calories, almost a little bit less than 200 calories, like 180, 160 type. Okay, and then we have 156 grams of protein, which is higher than all of the options, but the highest protein count would be the lower carb. So let's see if our carbs fit into the lower carb. 71 grams of carbs, and we're at 66 grams of carbs, which checks out, which is good. And then 69 grams of fat, but we're at 64 grams of fat, supposed to be. Honestly, I'm okay with that 5 gram spacing, so I'm super cool with that. And we just came up with a meal plan for ourselves that hits all of our macros, that will help us have energy throughout the week, build muscle while burn fat. So this right here is it. We did it. It's really that easy. Honestly, it only took 10 minutes. Thank God I didn't have to start running around this time, but simple, easy, and it is mind over matter. Eventually you do get bored of it, but just tell yourself, what do you want? What do you want? A bikini body or a donut? And like, usually I would just be like, that donut sounds so good though, like I already love myself, blah, blah, blah. But then eventually you're gonna regret it, because you know you want to be successful. You know you have to be consistent. Show up for yourself. If I told you this is my favorite analogy, and I know you heard it before, but pretend, just like, wow, just like do it like, oh my God, like comment below, oh my God, Jade, that was amazing. But honestly, Honestly, if your job told you to show up at 7 a.m. tomorrow, puts you on a schedule and says show up at 7 a.m., when are you going to show up? 7 a.m. If you tell yourself you're going to the gym tomorrow, why don't you go to the gym? Do you respect yourself? Do you respect your job more than you respect yourself? The job that you don't even like? That's crazy. You can't do that. Do you love yourself? Just asking. Like, just asking. Let's think. Let's just think more. Let's put a little bit more effort into it. I'll show you guys how it comes out and how I weigh everything out. I don't know if I should do that in a separate video. I'm really just aiming for 10-minute videos. I'm not trying to keep y'all too long, honestly. So I'll probably do it in another video solely for that reason. But I love you guys. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. Hopefully it goes by fast. But honestly, I'm down for the ride. There is no destination. I'm down for the ride. I'm trying to be on my Lori Harvey vibes by my birthday. I will not go into another year of my life in the same position. That is one thing. Like, I have 6 months and I keep telling myself, if I wish I can show you guys all my journal entries. It's just like, oh my God, girl, do you not deserve it? Do you, like, you're like taunting yourself every single year saying you're gonna change, you're gonna change, you're gonna change, and you never do. And it's honestly tired. Like, it's honestly getting boring. It's honestly really just like, move on or do something about it. So here I am doing something about it. Anyway, love you guys. Went off on a rant. You're the best. The lighting has been my best friend today. And that's it. Let's see if I can make another video in this lighting. Love ya.